Hello, welcome to another episode of Why Are Comic Books So Addictive? Because they are so addictive that I constantly trying to go back in time just to look at how things used to be. I love looking at old price guide. I love looking at any articles about the past because it gives me an idea of how the hobby used to be and how it has changed. And certainly the internet has changed everything, but it's always amazed me that in the old days, in the 60s, you know, collectors was working hard at finding back issues, you know, through the most crude methods possible. It's not easy without the internet, without Craigslist, without eBay, without a whole lot of things. It's not easy. And one of the coolest item I got a while ago, I bought this probably over a year ago, is this fanzine. It's called the Rockets Blast Collectors. I have issue 60, which I believe came out in 1968. Okay, this is probably one of the oldest price list that I have. The first price guide, the first Overstreet price guide came out in 1970. So this is prior to the very first price guide. And this magazine, I definitely would take the camera now and show different angle because it's literally impossible to show. The print are pretty small, so it's hard for me to show the pages inside without taking the camera down. But there are hundreds of advertisement from dealers, buy lists, people want to trade. It's amazing, so back in the late 60s, even this magazine was started mid 50s, mid 60s, early 60s, I think, because by issue 60 it's already 1968, so I'm guessing it came out monthly. And I bought this one. The seller at the time had a whole bunch of them. I picked this one because it has probably the coolest looking cover. The art is just beautiful. Sadly, the collectors that sold these book lived right here in Sarasota, and I did not know that. And when I bought it from him, I learned that he lived nearby, so we arranged to meet at Starbucks to do the exchange, and he's gonna hand me this thing. I think I paid $20 for it, something like that, and have a cup of coffee and chit chat about the hobby. And then when I got there, I waited, and finally a woman showed up and said that he was sick. Some emergency came up that he had to go to the hospital. She didn't go into detail. I wasn't sure. It was really quick. She just stopped and said, "Are you Nick? This is yours." And I handed her the money, and she told me that he's unfortunately couldn't make it. He has some medical emergency. And then she left. I didn't even have a chance to find out if that was his wife or not. Sadly, I found out later he passed away. It's just one of those things in life. So I never got a chance to meet this collector, but he had a whole lot of these catalog. And let me take the camera down to show you the inside. It's pretty cool. This is pre-1970 Overstreet price guide. Okay, so here's a close-up view of this catalog. Look at that beautiful drawing. After I opened up the page, I had to correct this. It came out bi-monthly, not a monthly publication. But as you can see, there's all kind of the print are so small, and the advertisement is hard to read, even from my young eyes. But as you can see, it's pretty cool. Let me flip through the fun pages. So here you have an ad by the famed Howard Rogowski. Okay, I think many collectors that collect in the 60s and 70s are familiar with him and his pamphlets, but here is one of his earlier ads in this publication. Look at what he has. An Action 18. Look at that. $35. All-Star 6. What happened to issue 8? And then Batman. Look at that. A Batman 1. $175 for Batman 1. Look at that. I look at a lot of the ads, and there's only one or two other ads as far as dealers that have golden age books like this. But look at this one, huh? It has even issue 1, issue 2, 4. But this issue 1 has 4 pages out. $55. I take it. Issue 4. $15. 7. Look at that. Look at what the prices are. Superman issue 5. $40. Detective 33. This one missing the cover, and he's still asking $15. 35. Look at that. $65. That's a cool cover. That's the one with the Batman and the hypodermic needle. One of my favorite pre-Robins. Let's look at that. And then you have, of course, EC publication. Go in here. Look at all the timely. Look at the prices in the timely. Captain America 5. $40. Look at that. You know, and then in so many of these ads here, if you look at the Marvel, they are so cheap. You know, extremely cheap. Look at the Amazing Fantasy 15 right there. A fair copy. But just look at the prices on the Silver Age Marvel, like Spider-Man. Perhaps the coolest page is this one right here. It talk about Phil Selig, you know, one of the early organizer of the conventions. Henry Keller. I'm sure some people are aware of his name and his reputation. That's Phil Selig, 2 daughters. Now this is my favorite picture here. Look at this. Just look at this kid. Look what he has. He has Captain America 1, Marvel Comics. Look at that. Holy moly. Can anyone make out what this one is? That's Boy Commando, but my goodness. Wow. He's amazing. Love it. You know, there's just like so many, you know, up and down the pages. You can see, you know, ads for how cheap Marvel book was going for. Look at that. Amazing Fantasy 15. $3. Avengers 1, 2. Look at that. Tale of Suspense 39 is $2. You name it. It's just about every dealer's ads have Amazing Fantasy 15 for $2 to $3. It's insane. Okay, like I said, this is 1968, prior to the age of Overstreet Guide. But once again, Daredevil 1 is $2. Bargains galore. You know, I look at a lot of the DC, and it's not a whole lot of golden age, but look at this one. You know, like this one. Look at that. Batman 1, $90. Whew. I did not see any ads for Superman 1 or Detective 27. But Batman 1, as you can see, there's a couple copies right there. Anyhow, that's it. You know, I can spend a lot of time flipping through all of these pages, but you get an idea of, you know, like here's one of the more expensive dealers. Maybe his books are super sharp because he's asking for $20 for Fantastic Four #1. And he asking $9 for his Amazing Fantasy 15. Okay, so this is one of the more expensive one. And look at who that is. Robert Bell, the famed Robert Bell. And look at that, he's selling bags. Okay, look at that, bags. This is the only ads for bags in 1968 in this catalog. Pretty cool, huh? So there you go. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Bye.